Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, LARIMAR City and Resort Furniture Packages with an S. But I don't have the one bedroom. I don't have the penthouse unit. All we have is the two bedroom for now. But there are four different packages. Can you guess what the starting prices will be for a package? Remember, you already have a full kitchen, meaning the appliances, the stove, the countertop, the sink, the exhaust, refrigerator. So, what else are you going to have? The bathroom furnishings as well. Where do we go from there? How much do you think it should cost for a furniture package for a two bedroom, two bath apartment, condo? That's approximately, I don't remember the number, but let's call it 750 to 800 square feet. We're going to have that and a lot to talk about. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And tonight is a hot topic. I'm going to love this topic because this is going to be very, very interesting. First of all, I better find the topic at hand. But Larimar City and Resort, potentially one of the better projects in the Dominican Republic. At one time, I had it rated top 5 in all of the world. But the way it looks thus far is they're doing something different than what we expected nearly 3 years ago. Or is it 4 years ago? Actually, 4 years ago. That's right. It's been a long journey. They're still not done. Delivery supposed to be December 2026 for the first phase. I mean, part of the first phase. I mean, none of the first phase is going to be done. Let's just call it that way. I mean, unless you call like a beach club or a swimming pool with things around it as being part of being done. Yes, they have that. All right. But we got a long way to go. So this is going to be a very, very interesting day tonight. And I will be making an individual video, but I like live streams because people can ask questions. They can have discussion while we're both online at the same time. Our discussions are here. That's what makes this even better. And all the Larimar City and Resort owners, hopefully a few of you know that this is out. I don't even know if people received theirs. I didn't receive this. We got it courtesy of Mr. Anthony Forrester. He was here on Monday. He dropped and sent this link. So I don't even know if they sent this to all owners because naturally, as an owner, you would have questions. The first question would be, thank you for sending me this information on this package. The next question is going to be, depending on what you're doing. If you're going to live there, then of course you probably are going to them. And by the way, it's 4 weeks after much is a foot going to cost you? And, but that's just it, shall we? I'm going to bring it up. Let me know what you guys are going to think. Is in the house. He's been waiting patiently for LARIMAR as well, checking how they're going. And once again, he has invested in the Dominican Republic more than one property. He's doing the damn thing. So therefore, he's invested outside the United States, which is awesome. And he's paying attention because, as you know, this is how you build wealth. Real estate is partially how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's one way you can do it, especially when you don't live in it, and then you can turn it into passive income. That's why this is of interest. Now, welcome again to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. And again, with that icon next to his name, which means I'm humbly appreciative. And that also means he's a member of the channel, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, we have memberships. He's part of the membership, so I got to thank him for that. So he brings his tagline this evening. Hello, all. Let's do this. That's what we do. No filtered, no problems. And we don't tell lies. We tell how we feel. So just keep that in mind. I keep loading up the truck. There's blood in the stock market. You're doggone right, as predicted, ladies and gentlemen. How many times do we have to keep predicting these things? That's why we told you about learning how to trade. Once again, you had a full 9 months to 12 months to learn. This is the reason why we talked about it at that point in time, because this was coming. And don't worry, he's loading up the truck as he should, because the United States is about to dump some fake money into the markets after they're done with bailing out farmers, after they're done with spending trillions on the war. That means there's going to be inflation. That means more people are not going to have money to live, and health care to live, and Medicare to live, and Medicaid for the people under 65 to live with medical conditions. Pharmaceutical products quadrupling, no way to get them. Now, all of a sudden, they got to turn to the last thing to make sure they keep up there, because some of their stocks are going down. So what do they have to do? They got to pump them up, because remember, they're fake. A piece of paper is a derivative. If I can sell you 10 million shares, and let's just say they're $100 each, do you know how much money that is? And it's out of thin air. And I can borrow against it and never pay taxes. How about that? All right. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We're into the LARIMAR. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. If you don't know where that is, it's in the Dominican Republic, as I have said 3 times. Once again, this is one of the premier resorts. EV Place is in the house. Welcome another investor in the Dominican Republic as well to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. Also with the icon, which I humbly appreciate, next to his name. And he brings a tagline. Good evening, SSN. I hope you are all doing well. Last year, I got a quote from Opine for $5,500 with installation and warranty for a 1-bedroom. Everything you need, custom materials and colors. He's already said it before I've said it. Now you guys understand where this goes. If you have a 1-bedroom and it cost you, let's just say, not cost you, but the square meters is 50 square meters or 55 square meters. And you go to Opine, that's right, Opine is in Dominican Republic, in Punta Cana, custom made, like he said, and he's saying exactly what's happening. That would have been it, ladies and gentlemen, for his unit. And it's going to be 50 meters, 60 meters, square meters, that is. So, regardless, just remember, an extra bathroom, you don't need furniture. It's already included. You might need towels, but come on, let's get real. How much are towels, right? So, the other thing is the second bedroom, you need a bed. dressers, and I guess another one of these tables underneath the TV, even though the TV is going to be on the wall. So that's the thing right there. It's not like you're not spending another 5 grand if you had a second bedroom. You already have your living room stuff, your dining stuff. I I don't understand how we can get up to, ladies and gentlemen, can you believe $20,000? That's the first package. But I lied. It's more than 20. That's right. I'm going to get into it right now. All right. Everything you need, custom materials and colors. That's why I like OP myself. That's where I'd be getting things. And this is why the question would be this: does that mean I have to get property management from Larimar? Does that mean I have to buy this crappy furniture package? And if the answer is probably yes, you know I can't join your party, because that means I'm going to furnish my place better than this crap, and I can't rent it out myself to compete against your crap. I'm referring to not Opine. I'm referring to Larimar's crap. I want to know tonight, and people that watch this in replay, let me know what you think about this furniture look, this neutral. All right, let's go. Post retirement travel, says Eric. Robinhood has a new feature where you can lend USDG. I know, I know, I know, I know. But everybody else doesn't know. This is how you create additional money out of thin air, ladies and gentlemen. You know what crypto is? It's electronic, out of thin air. Again, this thin air economy just is killing the Americans. They're killing you, not with health, not with the wealth. They're killing everything. Capitalism is done. I can print money out of thin air, call it an electronic digital coins. I can borrow against it. It has zero value. Do you understand this causes inflation? So when somebody heard me 6 years ago telling you what's going to happen with inflation, 2x, 3x, 4x, people said, oh, no, no way, it ain't going to happen. Do you know what you used to pay in 2019, 2020, and 2021? It's damn near 5 to 10x. This should upset you. But anyhow, USDG is pegged 1 to 1 with the US dollar. Plus, you can see your interest income increasing live. Yeah, this is what was going to happen, and the same thing's going to happen. They're going to tell me it's pegged 1 to 1. They're going to get loans, and people can borrow. People aren't going to pay back what they owe, so they're going to do the 1 to 1 pegged ratio, and then we're supposed to pretend and act like they have, let's call it 100 million under management, and it's going to be 100 million sitting somewhere to peg 1 to 1. They're not going to show any proof, none of it. And you have to be a fool to believe it. There's no place on this planet where money that says it's 1 to 1 has ever been 1 to 1. Just so you guys understand into this. All right. But hold on, I may say you might want to still borrow against it, though. I mean, come on. I remember Blue Marlin's quote for a 1 bedroom was 15K to 20K 3 years ago. That's exactly right. That is exactly right where Larimar's 1 bedroom was roughly as well, somewhere like 15,000 or something. But that was 3 years ago. Same thing. So now we're at $24,000, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce my friend, the Larimar City Packages. Okay, what's happening here? Why isn't it going? Let's go. Why is this not on screen, gentlemen? Uh-oh, we got to, oh, there we go. This is the very first one, $24,000. We did a little preview on Monday, but tonight this is all dedicated for these clowns. Once again, it's kind of bad that I actually had money with these guys, and then I'm talking like they're clowns because, again, they're they're not the smartest guys in this tool shed. That's all I can say. To give people, all they had to do was go down to Opine. All they had to do was just go, hey man, I need X amount of units. We got 300 or whatever 200 units in a building. Can you give me some? Let me have these guys pick out their materials or colors or whatever, and they can actually come down here. Can you just make sure we fall within this parameter? Because we're going to do the property management. So we want everybody to look generally in the same form. I mean, that would have been a much better thing. And then you went down there and said, oh, 15 G's or 14 or 13 G's. People would have respected that a lot more, in my opinion. So anyhow, enough. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You see the $24,000. Now, here's the other thing. You know where they were kind enough to tell you where they got it from. So I mean, why do I need to buy from them when I can actually go directly to the source? But okay, that's another story. Maybe they got a group discount. All right, short-term rental packs. Here we go, how they market this. 40 included pieces, each one chosen for its relationship with the whole. What happened? I don't know what that is. With the whole, whatever. 8 equipped spaces, living room, dining room, everybody on the podcast, kitchen, bedrooms, bathroom, outdoor area is your balcony, or if you're on the first floor, you might have a tip. You just walk out on your patio and may have table and chairs is all you're going to get. It's not like there's going to be anything else. Bathroom comes with the usual vanity sets, one sink, toilet, shower. That's it. Bedrooms, queen size bed in one bedroom, which is the second bedroom, and a king size bed in the master. Not two kings, which is weird. Um, Kitchen. Uh, we'll get into that, but it's a toaster, a coffee maker, and an air fryer, which is very cool. But still, doesn't matter. Dining room. This right here is a joke. Because again, remember, the place isn't that big. Just remember that. Like I said, it's 80 square feet or under. So you include the balcony, it goes outside of that because the balcony at Prime Tower is huge. All right, it's supposedly going to be 200 to 250 square feet, I think, something like that. So that's pretty cool. Um, the living room, again, small area. So you're only going to have one sofa, little tiny coffee tables, no end tables. Uh, it's a joke. 6 design brands, Point, Aromas. Okay, you guys can look all these guys up. I do not have I don't have it where I can give you guys a download. Not yet, but if you're part of our SSN Lifestyle uh, WhatsApp group, I will be loading the PDFs to that. So you guys will be able to get this. All right. Because I can't, my website's been hacked. I haven't done anything new with it. We have our takeover thing on hold for the moment because there's other things that we need to do technically in the background because we're about to kick some major ass. So therefore, I got to dot I's and more T's because I realize we are going to do some damage and you guys are going to be here. And just remember, you were here first hearing about it in 2026. Just saying. Where comfort becomes style. The Fendi sofa by Devon Star. The organic L coffee table by Wabi. This is listen. Okay, look, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to know what does this look like to you? Does this look comfortable? This is all neutral, obviously. A person that goes on vacation, I don't know about you, but I don't really tend to look at the architecture of a place I don't live in. I don't. I mean, I kind of like you kind of go to your hotel room and you kind of walk in there, and as long as the hotel room looks kind of cool, you're just cool. There's nothing to, you know. But when you walk in and you see what it looks like in these pictures, like subpar materials such as wicker backs and chairs and wooden coffee table or that looks like nothing and a sofa that's only one sofa and you're like, wait, this is a two bedroom. We got like 4 people. But four people can't even sit in the living room comfortably. So all four people are supposed to be on the couch. There's no other seating area. That's the first problem right there. Okay, the boy TV unit is, I guess, is this table. And again, you get one of those, and then they're pawning off this thing, a wooden coffee table. I mean, that's unattractive on all fronts. And a metal side table is what they're calling it, but it's sitting in the middle of the room. So I'm having to assume, and notice there's no mention of this, which I'm happy about. This tree nonsense. There's no mention of this so far. Maybe it's down here. No mention of this picture. If you go to the Wabi Home, WABI Home, you will know if you order, I think if you order the, yeah, the furniture, this sofa, I think you get this. Or you order a bed and you get this. It's one single thing you can order and that picture comes. So what they're doing is they're crossing over, putting it here, which is fine. But these are not pictures you should have in a room that's a hotel room that people are going to rent, or if you're going to live there. I don't think you would get this picture. So again, I don't find this appealing. It should be beach. It should show beach. It should show something with Dominican Republic. It should show something in the tropical zone. I don't really care as long as it's palm trees, ocean, water, something. This is not allowed. So let me know what you guys think. I have my own opinion. Everybody has their opinion. Okay, let's go. Here's the next one. Uh, what's this right here? The table where it happens. Um, they're talking about this table right here. This looks like four people can sit at this. You see how this is in this room? This is not good. This looks like a small space, quite frankly. This is rendering, but it looks small. Uh, this about the wood thing. Here's the thing. I don't know, cushion. It could be more likely, but this wicker back thing, upscale luxury. We have post-retirement travel here, whose brother got a interior designer. I am pretty sure if I wish I had, I should have pulled it up prematurely, but I did not. But if I had, if I can, I might still pull it up. If you see the picture that he has of his unit, and then see what people have as their furniture package or some other thing they chose to put in their unit, you could easily see why this person would have higher rental rates than a lot of other people. And luckily for him, he's able to rent it out himself. So therefore, the management company of the complex, the HOA, is not owned by the developer or anything. So that meant he didn't have to buy their garbage furniture package. Overpriced garbage furniture package, by the way. So therefore, he's able to get higher occupancy rates. Do you understand how this works, ladies and gentlemen? So this is a travesty when you see something like this. Neutral colors, doesn't get your emotions going. A person's on vacation. They need to see something in pictures and everything. I mean, like this is what is this? This is crazy. Anyhow, Dari chair, which does not matter. Oh, look at this lamp. Again, this is sad. At least this right here has some style to it in the back over the kitchen. But this is ludicrous right now. I'm just saying, I'm not a big fan, and it's not getting any better. So here's their artwork. That's included. I'm like, man, just that wasn't even worth even putting in there. But it comes with it, so they can throw it in. That's cool. Now, I don't know which two bedroom this is. I thought um, I didn't know this was the configuration. So I, I again, I guess this may be how it is. I don't know, but whatever. Here we go again. Look at this. Nothing but regular old wooden chairs. Look at this. What is this? This is a bedroom right here. Larimar exclusive mattress, whatever that means. Um, I don't know what that means. Here's a king bed, so that means this is the master bedroom. I don't know what this is here. Man, am I still on? Mic check, mic check. Let me make sure. Andrew, go. Welcome. Black Haitian engineer. Are you seeing this, man? Are you happy you got out of Larimar? This is what we're coming home to, man. Look at this. What the, does this, ladies? Hold on. Let me go back to the chat. What do you guys think this would rent for? What do you think this will rent for if you came into a place looking like this? Are you thinking this is going to be $250, $300 per night? I mean, I'm asking. With a spiral staircase in the living room, you have even less space. But Blue Marlin says it's more space because of. Oh yeah, they're going to count the walking up as space. Blue Marlin is a joke. Come on. A travesty, another travesty. These dudes, I was giving them credit because when I met them in person, when they actually started Blue Marlin in Los Corrales, they had this nice little gathering. People was giving them accolades, but it was only one building. Well, they had other buildings up, but they were clearly just started. It was the shell. So I was like talking to the developer. He was sounding real nice, and then come to find out years later, he's jacking people and jacking people even more, creating nonsensical stuff. Yeah, man, EV plays. I don't know, man. This is just sad. All I'm saying is looking at this on the screen now that I'm not even on the PDF, what do you guys think of this look? If you come, okay, you walked into the place, you saw this. Then you go into the bedroom and saw this. And these little rings on the wall with acting like lighting units. When you saw all of the renderings, you know good and well it was supposed to be some nice units hanging down on the end, all one wall unit, this, that, and the other, right? No, not gonna happen. Travesty. Just sickening, man. Do they have a theme? This is a mountain theme. Too much brown, get some tropical colors there. Exactly, post retirement travel. Telling me about it. This is like, and he's actually on to something. That's exactly the kind of thing, exactly. Rustic, wood, neutrals. But even then, you got colors in these places. I mean, geez, this right here this is nothing. And again, I want to know, what do you guys think? How much do you think this is? I mean, if you had to stay in this place that you saw so far, there's not much more to this. All you're going to see is two more bedrooms. I mean, another bedroom, and you're going to see two bathrooms, which are generally the same. Let's first of all, we got to talk real estate. When it comes to real estate, what do people care about the most? The way the kitchen looks, the way the master bedroom looks, the way the bathrooms look. Those are the first things. The living room, they get around to that later. That's like 4 or 5 on the list. The most important things, they gotta deck. You gotta deck out the kitchen. You gotta deck out and make sure that's functional. You gotta deck out your master bedroom. So whether a person's gonna live there or not, you gotta deck it out. This is subpar in my opinion. This is a little rustic. This isn't even. If you're in the DR right now, and you stay in a place that costs $50, $60 per night, what would this be? I mean, this is absurd. Looks like they're making all items standard, easier for them to buy in bulk. What's up with the bed comfort touching the floor all around? Never seen that. I know, man. It's like it's 1965. I saw it with grandma. I know. This is the old school when you used to have your bed sheet go down. And he's right. This is not the thing you would do in 2026. This is something you might do in 1970, 1975, 1980. But this design right here is a no-go zone. All the way around. All the way around. All right. Let's keep going, ladies and gentlemen. This is a travesty. This is a travesty out here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I got to check something real quick. I might have. Let me check. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's go. Let me see. How did that happen? That's weird. All right. Let's go. Sorry. I just can't. I just can't take this. This is disgusting. This is really, really disgusting. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be the queen size bed. Look at this right here. Look at this. This is wicker stuff right here. This is wicker on chains or on some little rope. Wicker and a wicker headboard. Okay, let me explain something to you. Wicker to me is cheap. I don't like anything wicker. In fact, I don't buy anything wicker. Let's just I don't I don't do that. Because the simple thing is the way humidity works, it can weaken some of the wicker wraps, and a person just touches, grabs, like, let's say you get into bed, you grab the headboard, and because you grab the headboard, you might poke a finger through the wicker, things like that. Just accidental stuff happens. The wicker itself, using that on lamps and things is weak. Again, we have some effed up flooring. I hope this isn't the flooring because this is so pathetic. This Flintstone thing right here, okay, it might be cool, but it's not functional. It doesn't look, and second of all, don't do this. They're not going to give you the books and all that, so that's cool, but don't do this crazy nonsense. Now, when a person gets in bed, what are they going to do? They're going to look up for a place to put their phone, right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to put their phone there, or some people might read books. Lots of people read books. They're going to try and put it here. So you don't put stuff already here when you don't even have anywhere else. There may be somebody noticing anything weird. Anybody noticing anything weird yet? So we have a headboard, wicker. We have a mattress, queen size. We have a basic base. Look at this. Look at this. It's just a basic platform base. And your bed's going to go on top of it, okay? Nothing special. You got a Boyd table on the other side that's not even, again, maybe it looks like you have one place that you can pull open and put something in. Then it's open on the bottom. Okay, I'm not really mad about that. But this totem table thing, which has no place to put anything in drawers or anything, I'm not a fan. It looks kind of cool, but I'm not a fan. Does these things open? Doubtful. And I don't even know what it's made of. But the point is, not really a fan. That's okay. Just remember, look at what you get. They're giving you what you see right here. All right? The lights, the bed, the headboard, the base, and two end tables. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm missing how this would cost me a lot. I don't need these hanging things. Even though they're cool, yeah, I don't need them. Because if I have true coffee tables, I would have had bigger coffee table and I would have had my own lamps on the tables. So I don't need that. And one other thing, the fact that there's no picture on the wall, again, a faux pas. You gotta have pictures that show something tropical since we're in the tropical zone. If I'm in the mountains, then I would show something maybe skiing or something in the forest. You know what I'm saying? That looks nice with nature. You show where you're at, especially if you're going to rent. If you're going to stay, okay, first of all, I ain't even going to say this, but I have to. If you're going to live there, are you really going to get this furniture package? I mean, seriously. All right, I got to keep ripping this up because this is a joke. Bathroom standard. The bathroom standard. I mean, I don't understand. There's nothing you're going to do for me. This is where everybody gets a bathroom, no matter which project you're in. They're using the same stuff. The little cheapy sinks. I'm not a fan of none of this because I don't like chrome. I don't like chrome. There's a reason. We got salt water, we got salt air, we have humidity. I don't like chrome. So the fact is, this looks like chrome to me. I'd prefer something else. add the nickels or something. I need something else. But hey, it is what it is. They're not doing anybody any favors. Look at this. Look at this cheap chrome stuff. Okay, here's the second bedroom, ladies and gentlemen. Now you have a different lighting system over here. And it looks like you have two up top, which is kind of cool. Um, Hopefully, this is just a rendering, and hopefully they have plugs for hair dryers and shavers and whatever. Um, Hopefully they have that. This looks awfully small space right here. Hopefully this is just a picture rendering that doesn't, it's not scale. Look at this. Here's what's on the outside table. An aluminum table. These aluminum chairs, which, yeah, that's good. Aluminum chairs. I don't know what this material is made of, but this doesn't look very, I'm not, I don't know what it is. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Curtains. Sheer blackout curtains. Sheer blackout curtains. All right. $100, $150. I'm not following how this is a thing. Here we go. Here's the air fryer. Here's some kitchen utensils. Here's some plates. Here's a coffee maker. Dinner, a complete dinnerware set. I'm assuming this is 6 and 6. And I don't know what this is, but whatever. Toaster, coffee maker, air fryer. These are a must no matter where you are. They have these utensils which are wooden. Again, this is not. I mean, come on, man. Oh, hey, they give you some bathrobes, 4 of them, and 4 sets of white towels. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You won't need more towels during the week. Jesus. 4 white bath mats. That's interesting. 4. Underneath the sink, out the shower. All right, fair enough. But first of all, I don't really need these. This is 24,000, ladies and gentlemen. You need more than 4 sets of white towels. You need more than 4 sets of what? You need more than 4 sets. So I don't get this. The 4 robes, like whatever. Sheets, bedspread. Okay, we talked about this on Monday. 4 sets of white sheets, 2 bedspreads. This right here. Look here. This was in the original room, right? This is what post-retirement travel's talking about. This is what we should have been seeing right here. See how the comforter's laid? See how it doesn't go to the floor? See how they have something up here? Accents. This right here just is designed totally correctly, except for these lights up here. Again, this is a joke right here. This can't be real. And then here's the second bedroom. See like how they have the comforter. This is how it was supposed to be, just so everybody understands. So now they're saying they give you 2 bedspreads. That's 1 for each bedroom. And they're giving you 4 white pillows, 4 sets of white sheets. Yikes. You need more than that. Okay. What do you guys think? That's the first one. That's the first one. That's crazy. Let's go to the second one. Check this out. This next one's going to be $26,000. I mean, sorry, $27,000. It's $26,900. It's an extra $2,900. What are you going to think you're going to get? You're going to think you're going to get some upgrades? Just curious. Have these furniture packages been decided already? Or are these just examples for you guys to provide feedback? Post-retirement travel? Exactly what I said. Exactly what I asked. I didn't ask about that question exactly. Let me see. What question did I ask? Let me go look. Oh, no, I didn't ask anything. I just said, I finally got furniture package info, and 24K to 40K is pretty wild. 24 is a very complete package is the response. No, post-retirement travel. This is the furniture package. This has not been released until now, and only because Mr. Forrester is the one that released it and helped us. He said he got it from them just 2 days ago. He was kind enough to share it. They didn't even send it to all the owners. And I'm pretty sure there's people watching right now that doesn't even know about this. They're like, what? What do you mean furniture package? Leo Parthy, I see you. Thank you so much for being in the house. All right. Look, 26.9. So you're going to think there's, now remember this first thing said 40 pieces was included. Now there's 7 pieces less, but it costs $3,000 more. Let's go look. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Do you notice anything different? Nope. Same wicker chair, same coffee table, same sofa, same dining table, same lighting, same pictures. No difference there. Let's see. I don't know why we have the same thing again, but same thing again. I don't see any differences here. Maybe I'm missing something. I see the same thing. Same thing. Same chairs. I see 3Gs. I'm not seeing nothing different. That means the bedroom must be different. Same bedroom. Same bedroom. What's happening? Same master bathroom. Same secondary bathroom. Oh, this is why it's 3,000 more. Give me a break. This table outside has hold on. Yes, 6 chairs means the table is bigger. Mesa Origin. So 75 centimeters. So this is worth 3Gs more? Seriously? Oh my God. This is a joke. Come on, man. Stop. The blackouts. Okay. Same thing. And I'm assuming this the same bath robes and whatever else. Oh my goodness. 3Gs more. Why would you do this? Okay, maybe there's an explanation. Let me go back and look on screen. Does anybody have any explanations for this? Yeah, post-retirement travel. I know you like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but stop. You got to stop. The guys in DR, they don't get benefits of the doubts anymore. They doing this crap. They're doing it. DIM Pals, another investor's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday night live stream. We're talking about LARIMAR City and Resort in the Dominican Republic. Their furniture package. All right, he brings his tagline. Good evening. Smash that like button. Thank you so much. Give it a big time smash. Let's learn this trading thing. Got to get to this wealth. Exactly. But unfortunately today, DIM Pals, you'll have to join us on Friday. We can't talk about that just yet. But some people are in need of help out there. So we're going to talk about findhelp.org. Go get your findhelp.org. And also, the stock market is going to be erratic as planned. This is why you need to keep learning how to trade. It's not too late. This is going to keep happening. This is going to keep happening. All right? You guys don't have nothing to worry about. It's going to keep happening. All right? Where is it at? Candlestick Trading Bible. I'm going to put in the chat room because since DIM Pals mentioned it, go get your trading Bible right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this? Uh-oh. Okay. Go get it right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm leaving it in a few places. You guys will be able to get it. Check it out. Download it. And the other thing, I might as well add the second thing second right now. And let's move along. Let me go over to something else before I add the second one so you guys can see how much the next one costs. Check this out. That's right. 30 grand, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe that? Oh, wait, what happened? It went off. Oh, that's not good. That's interesting. Why did it go off? 30 grand, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy right now. I can't see that. I guess this will be the second one. Let me see if it's right, though. I'm on the 26 number. Okay, so let's go to the 30. Travesty. All right. Now, the second thing. Let's just get this thing. Get. But then you go and you say, well, you fake money. 95%. And 90 to 95% of all traders lose money. That's why your gurus out here charge you when they want to show you something, because they act like they win all the time, but that's not feasibly possible. So therefore, that's why they have to charge people for courses and charge people for other things, right? We don't charge you. We give you the tools freely and you learn on your own because it's at your own pace. Nobody's telling you anything. You can form your own ideas on how you want to trade, or if you want to trade certain things. You might want to trade options. You might want to do the wheel strategy. But the point is, you trade the way you can learn best. All right? Let's go. It's that simple, not that hard. Okay, hopefully that helps. And other people, by the way, okay, so far I haven't heard from any of the LARIMAR owners or anybody else. Let me know what you guys. I want to hear from you. What do you think? I mean, like, what do you think of these furniture packages escalating? 24,000 was the first one. 26,900 is the second one. Do you think these are worthy? What would you do if if let me ask you something. What would you do if they told you, "Hey Eric," or "Hey XYZ person, in order for you to be in our rental program, you have to buy these packages." And the whole reason that you purchased there in the first place was because you were going to do Airbnb. Now you come to find out that you can't do Airbnb, and the only way you can rent there is being in their rental program. Otherwise, you have to do long-term renting, meaning 30-day rentals. They'll let you do that, but they're not going to let you do short-term. We don't know if that's a fact yet because they won't say. But they have said, we're going to do the rental program. So the fact that they haven't went back to, well, you can have your own management company or you can do it yourself, that tends to lead me to believe, with delivery in less than 5 months, allegedly, what else solution should I think of? Let me know what you guys think about these furniture packages. I'm waiting. Let's go. All right. Let's go to the $30,000 package. Hey, EV Place. Can you imagine rolling up an Opine furniture and them guys even saying 20 grand for your stuff? Do you know how much stuff you'd walk out there with? I mean, Jesus Christ. And the stuff would be custom made to your liking. You can cheap it out if you want and go with this garbage, but why would you go with this garbage for half the price? Makes no sense. But anyhow, $30,000, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. 33 pieces again. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, we have something new. Oh, we have a new coffee table. The faux granite or faux real rock, I'm sure. Then we have a 6-person table that goes sideways. That obviously takes up space. Then we have a new light fixture. Again, wicker. I'm not a fan. These chairs, let's see, are these wicker too? Jesus, what is wrong with these guys? By the way, I got to point out something for everybody that does short-term rentals. This configuration is whack. I'm just going to tell you right now. First things first. When people come and stay with you, what are they normally doing? They're on vacation. So people are going to make drinks, mix drinks, which by the way, they don't have a blender. And you need a blender, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You need the four things they have is cool: the air fryer, the toaster, and I'm missing something. The toaster, air fryer. What am I missing? Coffee maker. Then you need a blender. People are on vacation. They like to go get their liquor. They like to go mix it, blend it, do whatever. You need a blender. And you need tables on the edge of your couches. People put their keys, phones, purses. I mean, this is crazy. This little round table, this metal round table, I'm not mad at it. It should be on the end. If you're going to use this as an end table, then it needs to be over here. But now you can already see what's going to happen, because this space right here, how much space do you really have in this configuration? Now you got a new table. That new table costs probably $300 more than the four-person table. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is ridiculous right now. All right. And this faux thing, right? Stop. All right. Let's keep going. But it does look nicer. I'll have to say that. The kitchen, they've changed the chairs to medium, and now it doesn't look like wood anymore. Like, is this really an upgrade if it's aluminum or metal? I'm like, is it? I mean, this doesn't. I mean, this doesn't look like real great engineering to me. Anyhow, I'd rather probably keep the wood ones, but okay, whatever. You're paying more for some aluminums, I'm assuming. Um, they're not going to tell me I have to go to their website. You guys can go to all their websites and everything too. All right, so that's the upgrade. What else is going to happen here? Base, basic, same, then, okay, same lighting, same, well, maybe they changed this. I don't know if they changed it. Um, what's this? They changed the bed, it looks like. They gave me, I don't know what they did. Exclusive, Origins, LARIMAR exclusive, base, basic type. Yeah, they changed the bedding, gave a little better bed. It's not worth another $4,000 though, but it is what it is. Um, this is crazy right now. All right, and over here, I don't know dimensions for the bed in centimeters. So I don't know if they've actually put a king bed over here. But again, we still have wicker. We still have this totem looking thing. And we still have the same. So this looks to be the same. Maybe they upgraded the bed. That's about it. I don't understand what we're doing here. The bathroom's still the same. That's the master. And this is the secondary. Nothing has changed. And of course, obviously, yeah, I'm expecting more than this right now. I'm expecting way more than this for an extra 3Gs. Um, I need something outside. And I'm not talking about this stupid little plant thing here either. I'm already in the tropical zone. I don't really need stuff on my porch. What I need on my porch is some shade. That would have been worthwhile to add to the pack. I need shade. I mean, I need shade. Let's call it what it is. I need some shade. Maybe I need something that can pull out or do something. Just saying. All right. Blackout, still the same. Oh, okay. All right. Let's keep moving. Here's the last one. I want to hear from you guys. This right here is wild. This here is wild. Can you imagine spending $45,500? Holy smokes. If you rent through them, more than likely they won't allow you to rent yourself on the side. That was the decision we had to make at Margaritaville. It's either take it or leave it. I know, post-retirement travel, that's what I'm afraid of. And unfortunately, just so everybody understands what we're talking about here, Margaritaville uses some of the best furniture in the industry. Ethan Allen. That furniture is built like no other. The fabrics they use are like no other. And it also looks nice, feels nice. Retirement travel did tell us at one time how much he paid, but this is like 7, 8 years ago. When they originally had to buy their first package, it was somewhere between 45 and 50,000, if I recall. But it was Ethan Allen. Do you guys I mean, this is what we're dealing with right now. They want 45.5 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, less than 800 square feet interior. 45.5. And all you have is a small little sofa area. A small little best case scenario is a 6-person dining table. Some tables underneath the TVs on the wall in every bedroom and living room. And some and some chairs. 2 bar stool chairs. How much? I mean, these are only a few $100. Now we're at 45.5. You know what I expect for 45.5? I mean, in fact, if I have a house and it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a family room, do you know 45.5? I would go berserk. I mean, this is insanity right now. I can't even believe this. I mean, I would not be able to get to 50 G's. 45.5. I would not be able to do that. My house would have to be a hell of a lot bigger than a frickin' 800 square feet to spend 45.5. Okay, enough. But what I was getting at was Margaritaville is using extremely top of the line furniture. And if you have, let's just say if you have a 70, 60, 50% or higher occupancy rate, this little cheap furniture, it's going to get worn out. So do you really want to pay 25 grand, or I can't even justify 45 grand for an 800 square foot place, but why would you pay for garbage stuff when I can go down to OP? Well, again, the only reason you're going to pay is if you're in the rental pool. Otherwise, you can't rent. That's what I think they're going. You're going to have to ask them because they won't answer my question because they know I'm going to be talking about it. Because I already pretty much know the answer by them not answering. Because they know that's bad because you're going to have thousands of people who are thinking they're going to be able to rent. Now they're going to jack them with this, oh, you're going to need a $25,000, $30,000 furniture package to boot on top. And then we're going to keep, we don't even know what they're going to keep, 25% off the top of gross revenue, and you still going to have to pay your HOA out of the net revenue. You're still going to have to pay electrical bill out of your net revenue. If there's any nights that aren't rented, your electricity should be on. Well, it can't be because unless it's universal air, you won't have any timer on there to cut it off until it reaches a certain temp. So I'm going to tell you right now, leaving places without air conditioner also breaks down your fibers. If you're not there, you have the AC off. It's right now. In that unit, it could be 90, 95 degrees. You guys, you have Google. You can check this out yourself. Your fibers start breaking down on cheaper materials. Your wood starts getting dried out, brittle. You understand? This is not rocket science. This is why you don't do what they are doing, and you're not going to pay this much. All right, enough. I'm going to keep going on this rant. The more I'm looking, I didn't even realize it was 45.5. I thought it was 40,000. But anyhow, here we go again. They're down to 33. instead of 40. I don't know why they have this. Okay, now look at this. They changed the table, which, quite frankly, I would rather have this table because at least it's round and I can fit six people better than having this table go out potentially like 6 feet, 7 feet. That's what we do with the longer table. It'd be 6 or 7 feet. So I kind of like the round table in this case to save space. Now, let's see. Oh, the sofa is now chocolate, whatever that means. And they changed, it looks like they still have this they still have this thing. I guess is that the same? I didn't even pay attention to the artwork because it's nonsensical. This little light bar nonsense. Uh, wait, that's not even shown here. They show the light bar, but there's no light bar. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Um, no light bar, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going on. Um, Here goes this table. Fine. The chairs. I'm not mad at the chairs, but I want to know what the material is. That's major. And oh, by the way, you guys, you should have a stain guard. I doubt if they're going to do it, fine. I doubt it, but you're going to need some Scotch guard, stain guard, waterproof. It goes a long way, especially if you're in the rental pool. If you're going to use fabric and you're not going to have that, then you're going to be buying new furniture. And it's not going to take you but a few months because if you're lucky enough to have 50% occupancy rate, I guarantee you, you're going to have stained furniture. They're going to be calling you up saying, hey, man, we got to take it to the clean. We got to get it cleaned. It's going to cost this, that, and the other. They may try to bill the person, but good luck with that. That's the risk of renting. Just so you guys know. Yeah, it looks like this is a new picture here, which again, this is nonsensical, does not make sense at all. All right. This is crazy right now. Oh, they gave us a new trim on the lights, and look at this. Are they back to what is that? Are they back to just is that metal? Doesn't matter. Um, but they got new trim in the lights. I don't know. They don't say that, but they got a little circus thing going. So cool. The refrigerator, the stove, the cooktop, the microwave, and the sink. They all look pretty much the same. So they change. So they're charging 45.5. They got nerve, and they just this is crazy. This is insane. Oh, how they gave us the bed, the normal beds that has like the plush pillow top look. What'd you call them? Uh, but the lights, they're still the same. These. What is this? Now that I'm thinking about it, what's it? Oh, there's a window over here. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of. Okay, I guess we still have this. Oh, change the color, added some chocolate to this, and they did a little different, but it's still weak. The what do you call? What do they even call this? Where's the? Wow, this here is not on here. What does this mean? And they changed the bed as well. The bed is looks to be something different. So it looks probably like an upgrade. They upgraded the base. Oh, actually, they gave you a whole unit. So that's cool. I mean that's what $25,000 package should have been. 24,000. Sorry. Okay, look here. Something changed. Oh, they moved the. Is this still a queen bed though? I can't tell. All right. Well, they took this headboard from the other room, put it in this room, and I don't know if this is a king or queen. Base. It might be. Looks like it might be a king because it's the same old headboard that the master had up until this time. So, but still, that's not worth an extra 15 grand. Um, I see the same bathroom here. This is a travesty. This is not cool. There's still no other furniture out on the patio. This is insane. Shouldn't there be like another seating area? I mean, a couple, little chairs and a nice little table so when people come out there, they can sit around. I mean, this is crazy right now. How do you go? This can't be right. Something's not right. Something's not right. Let me go look at something. This can't be right. The other package, La Suite, is 30 grand. This package is 15.5 more. They call this one La Suite Cielo 2. That's 45.5. This is not 15K more. What are we doing here? Okay, what I want to know then is none of this construes making more rental income. This is not a thing. I don't get to tell somebody we have similar furnishings, but because somebody has a rectangular table, and six person table that's round, and we got new pictures on the wall, we don't get to say we get to charge more. What are we? This is crazy right now. You add on some new lights, and then you change the color of the bar stool. You don't get to, this is whether this is wood, whether it's metal, whether it's white, whether it's black, whether it's gray, does not matter. You don't get kudos for having. See, this is the thing. You don't get kudos for having this king size bed versus the other king size bed, just because your headboards are different, and just because your end tables, nightstands are different. This looks a little more upscale to me. I like this. I wish it was carried throughout. That would have been nice. But they're still on this nonsense. And is this rugs? It is rugs. They're showing rug. Oh yeah, you should have this. But they're not saying, do you get this? They're showing a rug. Oh, by the way, yes, you should have this rug, ladies and gentlemen. Or yeah, this is the best policy right here. You should just put this rug underneath your bed. People are gonna, you know, walk, kick their shoes off from the sand and this, that, and the other. You should still have it in the bedroom. You should always have that if it's not carpeted, right? You also need one. You know what? This is like, let's see, do they have one here? It looks like, nah, I can't tell. Let's go to the living room real quick. Let's see what they got here. Yeah, I was gonna say you should have one in the living room. Yeah, they do. It looks like, yeah, they do. It's You can see it right here. You should have something in the living room as well. These are walkable, wearable areas. People have their shoes on. Some people don't. Um, Not that it matters on tile floors. If these are really tile floors, I don't know. But um, it's always good where your whole place isn't just tile. People are on vacation. You should have it where it's comfortable. And actually, you should have it like at your house anyhow. Just saying. All right. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be dropping a video about this tomorrow. All right. I'll be dropping a video. Anybody have any thoughts? EV place, is that carpet included? No, it's not, man. Not included in their pack. There's no mention. No mention. Even if it was, it would not matter. It's not worth 15K. But hey, you know what? Let's say the carpet is included. Even though, hold on. Hold on. Let me see, because I don't know what this is. I can't see that really. I can't really see that well. Another reason I don't like this. That's the picture. I can't tell what this gray thing is here. It's 100 by 150 centimeters. So I don't even know what that is. Is that the light bar or something? I don't even know. I can't tell. This looks like the lamp tube. Yeah, this is the lamp tube. So I don't, the carpet's not included. But let's say it was. Does it, I mean, let's say both of these were. They're not included here, but let's just say they both were. I mean, that's the least they can do. Sheesh. Let's say they, this looks like a shadow. It, yeah, that's a shadow. They're giving a shadow effect. But let's say they got one here too, which they don't show. They got the, yeah, okay. Nothing here. Um, it looks like pillows. So then what happens with the, this is weird. They got to include the sheets and all that stuff, right? Yeah, they have to. Yeah, this is very disappointing. 15K more, and this isn't really any upgrade, in my opinion. None. The bed looks nicer, but it's not worth 15K more. And this nightstand looks better. It's not worth 15K more. Um, interesting. Very interesting. It might be Persian for five. Oh, Evie Place got jokes. He's got jokes. He's got jokes. He's got jokes. He said it could be Persian rug. That's why 5,000 more. After seeing their neutral colors and their garbage furniture package, you think nobody thinks they're spending 5K on a rug. I mean, they're definitely not buying any Persian rugs. And quite frankly, if you were, that would be stupid. But the point is, they're not buying any. In fact, there is nothing in this package by itself that costs 5K. Nothing. All right. Some people be like, Eric, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Well, I'll show you how I know. Ready? Hold on a second. Remember, they gave us the prices. Remember that. Okay? They told us who it was. Right? Right. We're going to take liberty just for, I like ribbing these guys. In fact, I like ripping their asses because upscale luxury from 2022 to 2024. Not really upscale luxury. The Larimar City and Resort looks like it was the place to be. And then they changed things. There was going to be levels. Now there's no levels. Then there was going to be this. There was going to be that. There was going to be an amphitheater. Then there's not going to be an amphitheater. There's going to be a downtown first phase. There'll be restaurant, bars, nightclubs, whatever might be open, one or two. Not happening. The first 9 holes, 7 holes of the golf course are going to be done upon phase one delivery. Not going to happen. I mean, a bunch of stuff. These beach clubs, whatever a beach club is. I don't, again, I'm not a big fan of calling things beach clubs when they're already a thing on the island. That's one of my reasons I don't get excited when people go, "Oh, we have a beach club." I like when somebody says they have a beach club and it's exclusive. Maybe that's kind of cool, right? Like, let's say Naval, they have a beach club where Jellyfish is. If only Naval people can come there and use it, that would be kind of cool. But at the same time, why would you limit it? Because you're making money from that venture. So therefore, you might as well be just like Jellyfish and open to the general public. So it can be Noval, but still, I wouldn't keep it just for Noval owners. I'd be like, no, man, we got a restaurant up in here. We got a game room up in here. Oh, we got swimming spot up in here. It should be open to everybody. And if you're not a member, hey, you got to pay just like you pay at the airport. It's $15 a person if you want to come up in here. So you can do that. But then again, right across the way is Jellyfish Beach Club. So why am I going to pay $15, $20 a person to go in there when I can just go to this one, this over here? And then there's one on, isn't there another one? Yeah, there's another one somewhere close by the Jellyfish too. which are restaurants, loungers on the beach. A beach club. Simple. When you're on an island, a beach club ain't a thing. There's places that have loungers that you can eat at all along the beaches. And generally, you're going to eat during the day. So you might as well eat at the beach club. So the fact that we're talking like a beach club like Larimar, they're open air beach clubs. You guys understand what this means? If I'm in DR right now and it's 12 in the day, 2 in the day, I really don't want to be outside in the summer. Just saying. I'll be outside at 7 at night, maybe. Something like that. Now all of a sudden you get my attention. We got the weather's like perfect almost. But I'm gonna be out sitting out here at no freaking 12 in the noon and 2 in the afternoon, and there's no AC. Even if I'm in the shade in DR in the summertime, I need AC. Gonna get dehydrated, ladies. This is not good. So these beach clubs they're making seems to be open air, which is another faux pas. You should not be doing that. All right. Anybody have any comments on this? Because otherwise, I just can't take it. Absolutely, you need to add a blender. You also need to add things most people don't think about, like a first aid kit and wine opener. That is exactly right. You got that. You got that exactly right. I'm glad he mentioned this. See, he's done this. He knows. He's been in the business. He knows exactly what happens. You do need. Thank you for mentioning that because I even omitted it and forgot about it. The first aid kit needs to be in there. He's right. The wine opener needs to be in there. The can openers, all of that, all of that needs to be there. You'll be surprised how these can jam you up with a bad review. Exactly. He's right. He's exactly right. And here's the thing about now remember, this is a two-bedroom unit and they have limited space like this because again, quite frankly, the space was never the thing because to me, people weren't going to live there. Again, at 800 square feet, I believe is the units. Okay? That's a very small unit for a two-bedroom. So you can't live well, you shouldn't live there. That's not a lot of space, meaning that there's one other thing they didn't show in none of these. Washer and dryer. They better not have done some monkey dokey like washers and dryers are outside, downstairs in the basement. They didn't show any washers and dryers. You see where we go with this. This is why they didn't want to put stuff out because you're going to start asking questions. Where's the washer and dryer at? That should be part of the furniture package, right? Now you got to go look at your contracts and go check things out, thinking that you had all appliances. They didn't show the AC units, but you have to assume there's AC units. It'd be nice if they showed it, but the furniture package obviously wouldn't show it, I don't think, because you're not buying it. Just like it didn't show the countertop where you would have your cooktop, your stove, your refrigerator. They didn't show that either. So I can't be mad at it. But none of the pictures actually show a washer and dryer either. I'm like, hold on, do we have a washer and dryer in this spot? Hopefully you do. What about a storage unit? Okay, let's see what's missing. The blender's missing. The first aid kit's missing. The wine opener's missing. The utensils. Wait a minute. Do we have utensils? Let me go look at some. Do we have? We do have utensils. I remember we have. We. I think we have utensils because I remember the kitchen stuff. Wait a minute. Where is it? Let's see. That should have been a. What's happening? Okay, oh, that's 26,000. Okay, that's 30. Okay. Oh, I see what happened. I mixed it up. Okay. Yeah. Let's go look here. Where's, where's that? Nope, not there. No. Let's see here. Where is it? I'm looking for the kitchen stuff. Here we go. Okay, kitchen utensils. Yes, they say kitchen utensils. Air fryer, coffee maker, one television. Oh, that's a travesty. They're only giving us one television in the living room. Are they seriously going to make us buy a TV for each bedroom? Are you serious right now? So that's, by the way, I'm going to tell you guys, you better not be getting no damn 40-inch TVs. All right? You better be getting at least 60, 65. I don't even want to hear 55. Come on. Don't be cheap like that. But they only give you one TV, a toaster, complete dinnerware set. Jesus. Uh, okay. Let me see what else anybody has to say. Jesus Christ. I know people who bought a one-bedroom apartment for 45,000 in 2018 to 2019. It's ridiculous. I know, man. Exactly. 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 That's where we're going with this. Brian P., Mr. Dividend, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday Night live stream. It's the LARIMAR Furniture Package Edition. And he brings his tagline, another investor in the house. Happy day, Eric. I hope all is well with you and your family. Yes, it is. Hope all is well with you and your family. Happy day, SSN family. Smash that like button. Another one piece. We need that because the YouTube gods, the social media gods, they like to hide us. Make sure they don't hide us any longer. It's all right though. We know what to expect. Everybody on podcast, make sure you hit that star, that help, that like. Rodis Beverly, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday Night live stream, the Larimar City and Resort Dominican Republic Furniture Package Edition, and says hello all. Hello to you. Here we go. Hello, Eric. I am so disappointed at Villa Martina. Oh man, Vista Cana Villa Martina. Oh, I heard it's all bad, man, from a year ago. So frustrating. I chose Villa Martina over Tropical Lakes at the beginning. Now it's a mess. Oh man, they didn't get. Oh yeah, Villa Martina is a mess. It's inside Vistacana. It was supposed to be this nice little community in there. Um, I think it was townhomes and villas, a pool. It was supposed to have its own pool with a gym and like a little area like that. And apparently, the developers aren't again. And the worst part is Vistacana has this thing about we sold these guys the land, we're not responsible. So in fact, Rodis D. Boveri, can you please enlighten us on the latest that's going on with Villa Martina inside Vistacana? Because I heard they were trying to charge people more money. I heard delivery has been delayed. I heard all kind of stories. But as you know, I don't really mess around with these guys like this because it seems to be 99.9% of all projects. Sad. Um, let's go. EV place. Beach club. It's always better than another two buildings squish into the place of the design beach club pool areas. Oh man. EV place telling us what happened. Oh my God. Blue, he's telling us what happened at Blue Marlin. Another travesty. Blue Marlin, they had X amount of buildings. They had X amount of designated spots where they were supposed to have one pool, then a second pool, and it was going to have like two separate amenities areas. And then all of a sudden, people are coming back a year or two later, and they're like, "Hey, what happened to? Why is there a building where there was supposed to be amenities at? Why is there a building in the middle of the driveway?" I mean, I'm laughing because I don't want to cry because this is what they turned DR into. These developers and the DR government is sitting there like, don't, it's okay, guys. We're not going to do nothing after we heard about all this stuff over the last 8 years. We're still going to act like dumbasses. Well, this is why you want to act like dumbasses, then you're going to get dumbass shit going to happen. What's going to end up ultimately happening is people are going to keep fighting, people are going to keep talking, and they're going to keep raising the prices for people to get to the island. Then people aren't going to start coming to the island. And then people who bought these places thinking that they were going to be able to do Airbnb, short term rentals, long term rentals, are going to find out the hard way that they're not going to get their 70, 80% occupancy rates. And that means they're going to either say, hasta la vista, or I'm selling it for what I paid for it in 2021, 2020, 2019, 2022, 2023 prices. Because I just want out. In fact, I'll do what people are doing right now, at like Atlanta, for instance, who are like, you know what? I'll take a loss. Just give me my money back. Anybody want this? I know I paid 70 grand down, but I'll take 55, 60 grand and you take over the payments. You understand where this is going, ladies and gentlemen, because they're going to find themselves when they deliver the same thing. They're going to go, oh man, these people are going to be like, I paid 100 and what did they pay back then? Oh yeah, 159,000 for River Island, where they only had a few studio units that overlooked the parking lot. Then they're going to find out. Wait, I thought I could rent this for like 100 and something per night. Yeah, no, you're not. So it's 70, $60 per night, and you're going to have 50, 60% occupancy at your best case scenario. And then when they pay you 50 to 45% of that amount, you're going to be like, wait, you rented this out for 7 days. What is this check for $210? What's going on? Oh my God. So I only got $400 this month. I got 5 grand for the year off of my 159 for this studio. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. See, we know how this ends because they messed up this little thing over the last 3 years that the government didn't help people, the developers didn't change. All this stuff comes back to haunt you. And meanwhile, it costs more to get to the island. All right, Roseberry, let's go. I shipped a container. Not sure yet if it was a good move. Now the container is sitting at a storage. I am paying monthly. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yikes. Yikes. You're going to have to give us some more. What about Villa Martina, though? They were supposed to deliver, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody should have had their unit by now. They should have been delivered like 2 years. What is this? 20, about 2025 for sure. So what's the status of your unit? When's it going to be delivered if they haven't delivered already? I mean, I heard at one time they even stopped building, which is crazy. Hey, Eric, how did you like those emails? Well, here's how I like these emails. Let me show you right now. Here goes one. I have something right now. The restaurant. 560,000 restaurant condiments recalled for fragments. Metal fragments is in the condiments, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It may be a good thing those Chinese food condiment packets are typically see through. A Food and Drug Administration announcement dated July 4th called on June 4th. Oh my, we just now learned about this. This is a PSA, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about this LARIMAR package? I'm posting up so you guys can go check out this recall to share with your friends because you never know what's going to happen. Dang, man, this is bad. Oh man, we lost network connections. Woo! These guys are on it. They don't like when we start talking like this, Frank. Um, yeah, that was the duck sauce. That's not good. That's not good at all. Um, Check this out. This is of interest. Judge approves a 1.5 billion Anthropic settlement over pirated books used to train the Claude chatbot. Oh, there's the first salvo. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. We got to read this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this on screen. Hold on a second. Importance. Let's see. A federal judge has approved this copyright settlement in which artificial intelligence company Anthropic will pay thousands of authors about 3,000 per book after using pirated copies of their works to train its Claude chatbot. Okay, here's how it goes. Like when I said, remember AI is fake. That's the first thing you have to remember. But on the intellectual property, that is copyright. Or maybe not, the IP may not be copywritten, but in the case of a book, it's copyright. Copyright music. Okay? Just like when you copyright and have the IP film, the screenplay. You understand? People, hold up. You have a lot of Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing today? Are we back? Are we not? Okay, looks like we're back. All right, looks like we're back. I'm not going to be on here much longer, but it looked like they blocked us. This is crazy. This is crazy. I had to go back out, go back in. This is what they're out here doing. Okay. He couldn't hear me, but I want to thank everybody for being here this evening. I'm going to wrap it up. But I want to hear from everybody down below in the comment section. If you watch this on replay, you have to tap the top. You have to tap the top comment, and now they may make you scroll. And then when you see live chat, you have to tap on that to see the live chat that we were talking about. Otherwise, if you don't see that, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the furniture package for LARIMAR City and Resort. Let me know what you think about Dominican Republic and its tourism industry. Even though they're breaking records, what do you think is going to happen out here when you have less buyers? Airfare cost more. The cost of everything over there went up as well. Not a lot like here in the USA, but 20 to 30% more, which, $10 now means 12 to 13. It's not like it's double. But the fact is, things have gone up, which also means it's gone up for the locals, the people that live there. Things have gone up artificially because we, people outside of the country, are coming in to visit. And now the prices increase because now there's more people, prices go up, there's more people with money. So the stores increase their prices because they can sell it at a higher price now. So of course, that causes a problem. Let me know the whole ecosystem, what you guys think about, and I'll see you on Friday night at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just remember that. And in the meantime, just make sure, no matter what you do, you know that I love you guys. I appreciate your support over all these years. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, you know it's hard out here. It's going to get harder. Nothing's going to be easier, but that's why the stock market's going down. There's a little disarray going on. You should be taking advantage. When they go down, that's when you're supposed to buy. Dollar cost average down. All right? Just remember that. There's blood in the streets right now. There's going to be more blood in the streets with this Canadian 50% tariff threat. They want trillions of dollars for the war to continue, which causes inflation by default. The 50% tariff causes inflation by default without anything happening. It's artificial, but the American citizens are going to feel it, and anybody in this country is going to feel it. And people around the world are going to feel it too when they have less gas. And you better hope our strategic petroleum reserve doesn't go down to what these guys are trying to let it go down to, 10%, because that will be disaster. Just so you understand, the reserves are built on you putting in fresh water to make sure that you can get the gas that floats at the top. That's how they do it. But you need certain amount of actual fuel, oil, fuel in this location. So when you go below a certain level, we don't know what's going to happen because it's never happened. The fact that you have a clouds in control about going below the recommended percentage based on real scientists should scare the hell out of you. Because now, if the other countries decide to stop oil production, we have no built in safety net for the higher prices. So if you think prices have gotten up to an all-time high, $4 average price, the first time ever, you better watch what's going to happen. And now we have bribery going on because Trump runs to Saudi Arabia to make a deal. And he enriches his family by making not a deal for the country, but for him. You know why? Because they have the controls of turning on, they're part of OPEC. They can turn on and off their oil supply. They can turn off their oil production. That will hurt the United States and friends. Do you understand this little game that's being played, you are about to get effed over, and you better get your stuff in order, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to need that wealth, you're going to need that assets, you're going to need dividends, you're going to need stuff outside the United States, bank accounts outside the United States, real estate or a business outside the United States, credit score 775 or higher inside the United States. You need to get on board because that expires at December 31st, 2026. And I started that countdown 2 years, 7 months, and 20 days ago. It expires December 31st. The next countdown is intellectual properties. Create your own copyrights, create your own books, create your own story, write it down, make it an audible book, copyright it. Get your intellectual properties that you can actually sell, that you can put on platforms so you can make money, some language that they understand. The platforms understand it because they can put ad revenue across whatever IP you have and they can share it with you. You can also license it for stories, for TV, for commercials. You can license your stuff so you can make money when you own it. That is the only language that's going to matter. You have 1 year and 5 months to get that right because that's the December 2027 deadline. So hopefully everybody gets it. And thank you again, everybody, for being in the house. I'm going to wrap this up this evening. It looks like we came back up. But as you know, crazy. That's right. As you know, Brian P., it's always crazy here in America and around the world because the rich are running out of you. Here's the thing, the rich, they're now in an ecosystem where they make money off of assets. They don't really care if somebody's somewhere buying their stuff in a store. It's easier for them to make money off of advertising and your information that other corporations need that information to sell. So that's much more lucrative because that doesn't take employees. It takes a few, but it don't take a lot because 10 employees in the tech age can cover millions of people and sales. So that's why it's valuable. They don't put virus, okay, I call it a virus. They don't put tracking information on your phone. Activate your phone's cameras, activate your phone's microphones so they can listen in and get snippets of what your conversations are about so they can use it against you when you go looking for something and they're like, oh, they were just talking about this. Let's serve them up a blender commercial. Do you understand? So when you sign on these apps, you are giving them permission through the cookies that they can do things, and most people don't read when they say, read this. You don't read it. It's saying they can list, they can open up your microphone, they can open up your cameras and videos, they can search through your cell, your tablets, your desktops, because you logged in and you allowed them when you said I want to download that app. You guys have no idea what's going on right underneath your feet and why these guys are going to be the robber barons of this age because people are not smart. They're ignorant and don't understand all that time on these platforms. They are using it against you and they make money not by you buying anything. That's the thing. Did you not hear me? They don't have to make money even if you don't buy anything they make. You don't have to buy. Again, I repeat, you do not have to buy anything. They still make money because you are scrolling through apps. You are watching YouTube. You are watching Twitch. You're watching Rumble. You're watching and listening on the radio, iHeart, iTunes. You're listening. You're at Spotify. You don't buy anything and they make money. Do you understand? Red alert. They don't need workers. Red alert. So when tech companies say we're going to fire 30, 40,000 people in the next 2, 3 years, they don't need people. They already have computers. Okay? That's the best I can explain. And if you're here after 1 hour and 58 minutes, you hear this rant, you understand things are going to be bad. Hopefully, somebody sees this on replay because it's going to get bad. All right, let me wrap it up. Be safe out here because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know who just got laid off. You never know when their girl walked out or their man walked out saying it's too rough for me. I gotta go, leaving you distressed. You never know what's gonna happen. So just be safe out here and make sure no matter what you do, because people are going to lose their mind, and you have to make sure you and your family are safe. So whatever happens between now and Friday, be good. And I'll see you at 9, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday for the Financial Friday Night Live Stream. What happened? Ladies and gentlemen, that's interesting.